English, and I'm a 9th grade student at Munich International School in Starnberg, Germany. And this is my entry into the TKS Vibecoding challenge. What I coded was a website that's called StageOps. StageOps, basically, the whole purpose is to make organizing and scheduling technical events at different schools and venues easier. So as you can see, I am in the tech team lead position right now, and my dashboard summarizes the events this week, and it shows them also here. Shows at a quick glance different graphs on the gear reserved, open crew roles, upcoming events, and active conflicts. It also shows different conflicts here detailed in how high the problem risk is. You can press on it, and then it takes you to the event in which the problem is, and you can auto-resolve. So that means it reduced the amount of mics needed for this event and allocated more to the other event that also needed them. Here you can see the different roles of people that are needed for this event, and you can add people depending on the AI staffing assistant, which helps you choose people that would be good for this role. For example, I could choose Hannah Kim, which has experience, and she's fully available this week, and I can add her as an usher. I can also choose another person, and that means that this event is almost fully staffed. Now I can go back and fully view the pin board, basically, of all the events, and I can see that here we have the list of crew. It's all fully staffed. I see the equipment. I see the run sheet. So this is basically a schedule of all this stuff that has to happen, including the clear of the venue, the strike and loadout, so cleaning up everything and setting everything up. It also shows just at a glance the clear of the show and when the doors open and stuff like that. The setup, I can add, there's different checklist items I can check off. You can also quickly add things that the AI recommends would be good. And here's a chat where the crew can chat to each other about different stuff happening. Now here's the equipment list, so different equipment, you can see in what events it's being used. For example, here you can see that this is overbooked, what model it is, what it's used for. Here at a quick glance you can see all the people that are in the tech team, like what level they're at. So for example, there's a beginner, there's intermediate, and there's an expert. And you can see you can press on them to see what events they're working on. So for example, this person is working in this event. Here I can go over and see that the recent activity list. So for example, here it auto-resolved this problem, which reduced the wireless handheld mic on the Robotics Club showcase by 2. So that resolved the conflict. You can also see when people signed up for different activities or events. Here in the student volunteer page, you can see the different events that they've signed up for, and you can also see a rundown of all the events that are happening. So this is basically the same view but different dashboard as a student volunteer wouldn't have to see or need to see as much as the tech team lead. As a teacher, you can also see which events that are upcoming and which ones you've created, and you basically also have the same view too. To create an event, you can describe something into this AI box or use the preset. I'll use the model UN, so it basically goes through a chatbot, or not a chatbot, but an AI. For example, here I'm using Gemini because it's perfect for this role, and it basically goes through and adds a date, the start, the end, what the location is, how many people will be in the audience, so you can add more or less. I'll make it 200 now. uh, yep. The volunteer roles, so you can add more for the AV lead or the room tech. I'll make less than that. Then you can see what equipment is needed, so you can add more mics or less mics. I'll add 3 for now, and you can add special notes to tell like different people working what needs to be done. There's also potential risks, so parallel sessions competing for the same shared gear. So this is another thing where maybe this event is taking 3 mics, but we only have 6, and the other event that's happening at the same time needs 4, so we don't have enough. But you can save it as a draft or publish the event. Then it comes up here, and then you see this. There are different errors that the tech team lead can resolve, but you can see here and also view the run sheet of what is happening when, and you can see of course who signed up for this event. The primary goal of this is to make planning and executing technical events easier for the people organizing and running the event. Thank you so much for viewing my application, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.